Thank you. All right. Has everyone had a chance to look over the agenda?
I did add something. It was on the agenda. I don't know if it got missed when I was working from home last week. So number 9 is on there for the proposed spending limits we addressed. It was initially on there, then it got taken off somehow, and now it's back on there. So just make that
And
note.
then, okay, that's one item I haven't read yet. I didn't see that added. All right, somebody want to make a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the printed agenda, not the one that's in the computer then.
Okay,
It's the one that's in front of us, all the 15 items.
correct.
Oh, okay, I will second that, yes.
All right, any more discussion? If not, Brandon?
Yes.
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 And yes. All right, we're gonna move into public comment. We got Mike Hurd here.
I'd like to address the commission about the lots that you and I talk about later on Woodgate Drive. Somebody wants to buy them and they sent in a proposal for $500, and that's up to you guys. The way I understand, there's no water and sewer on there, so the cities, they have to either plan or get hooked up to it to finish it out. Right now, I have a lot back there that don't have water and sewer, but it's appraised at $1,900 and I'm paying all the specials. So if you sell these lots for $500 and there's no specials that have been paid for the last 10 years since or 10 years or more since the city got them back, everybody else is paying for these specials on these lots. So the way I see is what's gonna happen this next year, they're gonna want water and sewer, then they'll want, is it 3 or 5 year tax exemption on that property? I think they still have that. I think.
It's has to be a new build and it's 3 years.
Right, which is what they're proposing on this site.
Okay.
And I don't know if they're going to combine the two lots and build one house on it, or if they're going to have a house and a garage, how that they're going to set this up. So it's just going to be a lot of money for the city, and I know you want to get it off your rolls, but it's been there forever already. So,
If they do purchase those lots, because there's no water and sewer, that is solely at that homeowner's expense.
right, but it still has to go through the city because it's underground
Now,
on the
if
city
the-
street.
But they'll be responsible for that expense. Now, if the city steps in and decides to develop it or try to help to get those, because we've had a lot of interest in those lots lately we did for a while and now again we have a lot of interest, people calling in those lots, then it would be specialed. But if we don't do that and we just tell that homeowner, okay, yep, you're gonna buy this lot, you need to get water and sewer, they 100% pay that cost.
And the engineering.
It would have to be done so that it fits within our needs. But yes, that water and sewer will solely be the responsibility of that homeowner. The
Okay.
street's a different story. I don't know what that would happen, but water and sewer is based on, will be the homeowners.
Cause that's when you set up a whole bunch of traffic on that road then, as this stuff goes on. And there's a lot of people that walk their dogs and let them run loose back there and all that stuff. And there's a playground and all that stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what you guys have planned on doing back there. And like I said earlier on, there's no other access out of those yards besides Woodgate or Heritage Drive and Custer Drive. There's people are parking back and putting stuff, and you can't get out in the fields to get out of there if something would happen. There's no way to get out of that area. So it's just kind of a bottleneck, and it's just letting you guys know what's going on up there.
Okay.
And I was just gonna ask Eric if they're gonna leave the hump in the deal to slow the traffic like it is now, or if they were gonna change their design. But if he's not here, it's, nothing we can really do about that.
On the water and sewer, Chelsea's correct. So that would be up to the homeowner. So it'd be like, they're gonna develop their lot. But for the engineering part of it, it will have to be engineered. Not saying if it has to go through the city engineer to engineer the water and sewer, but it would have to be approved by the city engineer.
Right. Cause I don't
That-
know exactly where they
yeah.
stopped at.
And I'm just saying, they might make that water and sewer, so that way, because if it's in the boulevard, then it's gotta be made to, connect to it.
Right. Right, because that's all underneath that
Yeah.
street. And
Yeah.
if they go and do that this year and dig all that up, that's one less access out of that area.
You wanna talk about your other concern about if we do that North Gate area road improvement and stuff?
Yeah.
that-
Yeah,
Since you're here,
the north, that area going up past my place, there's a great big dip, and it keeps everybody from speeding in that area.
Mhm.
Don't slow down the go-karts and the mini bikes, but it does slow down the cars with that in that area. And if it overflows the way it is, if the storm sewers wanna take it or they plug, that'd still be a drainage deal. But I haven't, read the report, how exactly they were gonna do the ditch or how deep they were gonna do those, storm sewers. Cause it's maybe when you have that, asphalt up, you're gonna have to put them in at that time.
Mhm.
And it's how you're gonna connect them.
Eric with A2S was planning on being here tonight, but because of the weather in Bismarck, he
Yeah.
didn't wanna leave. But hopefully he was gonna give us a little bit of update on that, because he's been contacting with Jamie and myself
Yep.
on.
Yeah, I was just gonna see where we're at, you know,
Sure.
cause if you're still gonna do that this year.
So you wanna keep that speed bump there? Is-
Well, it's a drainage the way it is now,
Yeah,
Mm.
and it keeps everybody slowed down.
so you're for it, I mean, you're for it.
Well, I'm liking the way it is, but I do like the idea of a storm sewer to keep the street from going so bad. But that's like a double redundant deal, because right now, we've had 8 good years of weather, so we haven't had a flooding problem. But when we had the snow that was high as the buildings back there, that's when all the water came through there.
Sure.
But like I said, it works now, but there's a point, you can never plan enough ahead. You know, you could plan for a 100-year flood, but next week we have a 200-year flood. If that's in there, it's redundant. And those storm sewers, they don't always get cleaned, the
Yeah.
grates. They plug up. So,
Can I ask a quick question? Sorry to
Sure.
interrupt. Can you tell me do you know the parcel numbers that we're looking at
oh, and that,
for the ones that you're looking at?
no,
or-
I didn't look them up. I know mine, but
Okay,
it's in here, it just says, oh, and I saw the deal. Chelsea, you might know.
Can I see your map real quick, Mike?
What, this one?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
this is from the old,
I know,
years and
I
years
just
and
wanna
years ago.
look at something real quick here.
I'm just curious if there's.
Sure. Um, Yeah. So on, This is- right, this is what he's talking about. There's a dip right there. And then on Woodgate Drive. And then on Dakota Drive, I know engineering is looking at increasing the size of this ditch.
Right down here, because the
Yeah.
water comes across
Yeah.
this dip here,
Right,
comes down here, then crosses,
and they
and
wanna,
the other intake is up over here.
right, they wanna divert this water down this way.
Right, and I don't
But
know
they need a,
how deep a ditch they need in there.
Do we have
well, he's working on that now.
Yeah, I know, I was just curious,
Okay,
because that's, the city's crew has been doing a good job cleaning that out from before the melt really starts,
Mhm.
so then the water can drain.
Right.
So they're doing a good job on that, so
Mhm.
we're not having a lot of trouble. Right now, it's muddy up there because it got
Soft. Yeah.
got too soft, and then that snow came, so it's muddy, it's a muddy mess right now. But that'll get cleaned up as soon as, it dries up. drag it a little bit, it'll clean up really well.
And that area back there might be gravelled, you know, like a gravel road before you would have to take another,
Well, what I was wondering,
special
And-
assessment.
as we figure this out, if that was prepped first, you could use the millings,
Mhm.
because that would cut down all the dust in there. Then you wouldn't have to haul that real far.
Right.
You'd get benefit out of it for 10 years until that development is there. And once the millings are there, you can always take them back out too.
Yeah.
But, you
Jamie,
know,
you wanna talk about the millings a little bit? Just, we are talking about if we're gonna go through with the north gate, we're gonna try to grind that up
mhm.
and then utilize,
Well, I think we'd wanna see what kind of quality milling.
Right,
would be,
right.
Or how they're gonna do it. I mean, if they
But-
would be quality, then maybe, but.
It's
there-
not, it's
but
not,
there's been discussion that,
yeah, but there's not gonna be real good millings because it's all so fragile the way it is.
Yeah.
And when they put them in years ago, they just paved over. There's no base under it, and you've seen the reports
Yeah.
from the deals. When I was on there, they did the reports,
Mhm.
and there's no base underneath there.
Mhm.
Oh,
They just
interesting.
paved over the top. They bladed it and paved it.
They didn't
Mhm.
put a base in?
Not really.
Like,
Right.
Eric could tell me more,
oh, I
you know,
see.
and
Okay.
since he's not here.
Right.
But yeah, there's not a
The
real
base
base to
isn't
it.
good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So that's the problem there.
Okay,
And like I said, it's gonna take a while to develop that back there.
Yeah.
Because everybody's gonna see the same problem
Right.
mhm.
with the sewer and water.
Yeah.
So,
And then the drainage also back.
Off of
in
there.
that
That's what
area.
I was wondering
So-
about.
yeah, the drainage goes through to the north through the lots because there's a
Correct.
great big hump there.
'Cause it's
Here's
very
some invitation maps that,
clean.
Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to be rude,
Yeah.
but we're kind of in public comment right now, so
Yeah.
please understand me right.
Oh,
I'm not
yep.
trying to say that your input's not valuable or anything
No,
like that.
No,
But it
copies,
might
but-
be better just to wait, because you're absolutely open and able to
Yep.
participate in the discussion. It might be, if we're gonna be having lots of back and forth, maybe do that during the commission items, because then it can
Yeah.
be fresh in our minds, we don't have to rehash
I think
ourselves,
that's
so.
correct.
I'm not trying to be
Well,
rude, you know
no,
what I mean?
you're
I'm just
Right.
saying, you can make your comments, then we can
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
on, but then you're welcome to participate in the discussion.
No, I'm just, you know, like
Yeah.
I said,
And then-
waiting for AES to be here or something, or when you guys decide to do this.
Was there
Yeah.
any-
Oh, this is the water one.
Yeah, it was
I've
what I was
never-
looking at, yeah.
just
I've never
where the
seen the
water
water one.
flows.
We got that.
But yeah, you're right, Keith, because I was just gonna interrupt and say that we actually need, for this discussion, it'd be better to have Eric here to answer those questions, even though you're bringing this to the commission. Appreciate your input and
No, I-
concerns.
You know, I just need to know when on the website so I can come in and
Can I have
do
that?
this stuff.
Okay,
That way I know what's going on.
That's the worst one, right?
Yeah, that's the 100-year.
Okay, cause
If you
this
look
is
down at
the,
the bottom.
this is
So-
the 50?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Yep, because there was a drain where all that water is,
Mhm.
but that's plugged, or
This
was
is-
plugged.
That's open now, that 21-inch line right there, I think it's on yours, but it should be right
No.
here.
It's on this page here.
What's that?
There should have been, there was a water line from here
Yeah.
over to
Yeah,
here,
that's
then
this.
down.
Yeah, that's this
That,
right here.
that issue's been resolved, so,
That's open now, so it will go through there.
sure. All right, we're gonna
So-
move on. Thank you, Mike, for
Yep.
Thank you.
coming. All right, consent agenda items.
Yep, sure can,
I
sorry.
can get you, I can get you copies if you want.
No, it's okay.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make a motion,
Oh, you did?
unless you are you?
I made a
making-
motion. He did.
Oh, you made the
Yeah.
motion, okay, I'll
You
second
can take
it.
it if you want.
I
I'm
will
not gonna
second
fight
it, no,
for
Oh,
you're
that's
fine. I'll second
Okay,
it.
any more discussion?
No.
Brandon?
Yes.
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 Yes,
And yes. All right, number 6, forestry board appointment.
okay. So we have, can I take?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you
so
can
we
take
have
it.
Jericho who submitted, and I don't know Jericho, who's, okay.
Hi.
It's nice to talk to you, okay. So, it's good that we have your awesome letter. Thank you for sending this in. But you tell us a little bit, since I know what's here, but for those who
Jericho.
don't
maybe
know
you'll
you,
know.
yes,
Yeah,
that would
can
be
you come
great.
up here?
I don't know how this goes.
Yeah, that's all right.
And just
Love your
state,
sweater, by the way, it's good.
Thank you.
introduce yourself with your name, please.
Yeah, I'm Jericho Swanson. I've been a Washburn resident since 2021. I've been working for the sheriff's office since 2018. Like I said, I've been living in Washburn for a while. I really enjoy the town, and I just want to contribute more.
Yeah.
So that's why I figured I'd take a small role and kind of understand the workings.
Good, thank you.
Love it. Yay for people that want to get involved.
I'll make a motion to accept his letter for the forestry.
I'll second it. I'll second it.
Okay, any more discussion? If not, Brandon,
Yes.
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 and yes. Thank
Welcome.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get with Chelsea, give her all your information.
Okay.
And then she'll get you headed in the right direction.
Yeah. I think
I'll
I
send
did.
out I'll send out an email tomorrow with everybody that's on the forestry board now with your contact information, so
Okay.
that whenever they set up stuff, they'll have it.
Awesome.
I'll include you
Thank
on
you.
that. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You might as well stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well stay. You're next.
Alright, sounds
So-
good.
Okay.
That was just step one. I don't
Okay,
know,
fair enough, fair
enough.
You don't have to introduce yourself again. Number 7, Heritage Heights lot purchase. So you also sent a letter in, stating interest in purchasing 2 lots.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
You understand all the details of the property and that, have you visited with Chelsea on,
I haven't
or
visited with
anyone?
Chelsea.
To know what's, that there's no water and sewer on there, on that property and,
I'm aware of that.
Yep, he's talked to Erica.
okay, sure.
So my question is this, the area that is affected by all of the flooding then, or the previous flooding? Have you been looking at?
It's in the general area that the map that we
Okay.
just, are you familiar which lots exactly?
No, I was curious. That's why I
Can
was
you just
trying to
show
check
me?
to see.
Which lots are they, like,
Are they actually shown?
It's like the 2 across from
I
the
think
park.
it's these two.
this
Oh,
one
okay.
here and this
So
one
like,
here?
Yep.
park is where?
Yes. So
Park is like right here and it's right across the street.
these don't.
See this road here?
And so,
This goes,
if I'm not mistaken.
That's
we're
right,
talking
there's a
about
dirt road
sewer-
and
sewer
then there's
waters.
From my
kind of
understanding.
It
dirt
ends
road.
right in front of the first lot that he wants to purchase. So it would just have to be ran down just a little bit, for water and sewer, because that one other lot still has water.
Okay.
I believe looking at the map.
There's a hydrant
Does
in the
Adam wanna come in
area.
and talk about some of this water and sewer?
Well, yeah, I think he would be, but I believe he is
So
You
there
wanna
is
talk
a,
to Adam?
currently talking.
Do we,
yeah,
should we have him involved with this, probably?
I
Sure,
think so.
yeah, he needs to know the gist of it. Hold on.
Pause while we collect Adam. So, do we know where the breakdown of the lots are? Like, I'm just curious, are there 3 of them?
So you'd have to look at this.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say like, oh,
I was wondering if you'd wanna join us about the Heritage Heights lots.
Okay.
Kinda talk about a little bit.
oh, I see right here. Or is it on this side?
You know Adam,
Nope.
Thomas,
Oh, got
Hi,
it.
Jericho.
Got it.
he's the supervisor for maintenance.
Oh, okay.
So, just kinda to be clear, that water and sewer stops right here, and then does it stop right up just past, Shelton
Yeah.
there?
It's like here and here-ish, probably. We're pretty sure this is how they're supposed to do it, but they're supposed to put a stub out on the other end of those manholes. So it just doesn't end in a manhole, basically. So there is a stub out, most likely. So you can't, when you, your house sewage doesn't go straight into a manhole, it goes in, you can't put it straight into a manhole, I mean, you could, but we don't allow it. You have to put into the pipe itself. So if if they did it properly when they developed this and there's a pipe here, then, you know, hypothetically speaking, if you're gonna buy and build on these lots, you would be able to dig over to this pipe, this stub out, and put a drop in there. If that doesn't exist, then you'd have to put a stub out in there. But you know, they're supposed to, when they develop these, to actually put the stub out in there for future development. But it was done by a developer, so we don't know 100% what they did. But
It's kinda risky then for,
I mean, we could look in there, I guess, but you just, you know, get down in there with a camera and point it that way and see how far it goes.
and then from our conversations, I think if the city or somebody did develop that, you would wanna see that sewer and water come around.
The water would be looped like this all the way around. The sewer would get extended and they continue this way. There's no point to loop a sewer,
Okay.
but
so-
it would be extended out and then this one would continue this way, this one would continue this way. Like they kind of flow now.
Gotcha.
If you guys know what I'm saying, I'm just kind of drawing it over here, I guess.
Well, that makes sense.
So, if I'm not, just to back up just a touch, did I see that email right about getting Eric involved and seeing if this would be part of the project, like an adder?
It would be an add-on if the city wanted to look at doing that, just with the interest of everybody wanting to purchase lots. Then the city could, when we bid the project up there, we could get an actual price on developing that as well, as an add-on, so necessarily wouldn't have to go through, we could reject it. But then it would I don't know the right way, cause I don't know if it would be more feasible for the city to do it and then special it onto those lots, or if it's more feasible for somebody to come in and buy those lots at a cheaper amount and then pay for water and sewer themselves. But if we're going to put this project out to bid, we could do it as an add-on and see what we get as a price.
Yeah.
We can reject it, we don't have to go with that.
Cause, what if, somebody, he bought these lots, I mean, no offense, I'm just talking out. I mean, say he bought these lots and he, didn't get to building on here and somebody bought this, then what? You know, devil's advocate, you know, do we wanna, before we do anything with this, do we wanna look into what it would cost to do water and sewer and then split that price out? Because then you got the street as well, so you got sewer, water, street. Do we wanna get prices and then divvy that back out to what the lots get sold for?
It's an option.
Can I just say, is that kind of what we've decided already with like other parts of town? Because isn't that what we're doing with Garden Drive? Is that kind of the same thing there too? Because
Well,
if we
it's
can keep it consistent.
different situation. but-
Right, but
But yeah, I mean,
similar.
having more information is preferable, obviously. But getting that price, we wouldn't know that price for, I don't know, a couple months probably, I guess.
Beginning of May,
If I
probably.
may ask, what's the difference between him buying a lot and then when this is special and then assessed, him getting those assessments from this project and him buying the lot at the special assessed price? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does him buying a lot have to do, whether it's gonna get special or not? Cause it's not like, you know, he's gonna pay it either way. He's not gonna like dodge anything, I guess. So what would be why would that hinge on the prices?
If he purchases these lots and we do not go forward with this project, because it's an add-on, so we don't have to do it, and he goes and develops them, we take 2 lots away from that total price then that would be assessed to everybody. So if it got done, that water and sewer would not be assessed to him, because he already paid himself for water and sewer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then what about the road then too? You know, say we do end up developing that and wanna do the road, how would that work?
Well, then that would be assessed, most likely.
Yeah, that would be assessed to
'Cause
his
that's-
property because he'd own it. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
he receive a benefit from it,
So,
hypothetically.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, it might save you money because there's a more quantity of work for the contractor to do all at the same time.
Right.
but it might not be that much if he just pays for it himself.
Okay.
But it could be a savings, like, let's say it's $20,000 to do that, it's gonna be more. But then we would have cost us 17, so the $3,000 difference, like, there's no way to really tell that.
I don't know.
We
the
don't know,
options.
yeah.
I mean, so I guess my question is, do we have to redo it? Like, if he does it, those pipes are in there, oh no, pipes are in there, like, do we now have to redo his pipes?
No.
To do
No.
the rest of the project?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
well, yeah.
That's like what I talked to Mr. Hurd about, is whatever sewer system he puts in has gotta have to meet the engineer's specs.
Mhm.
He can't just put in a private sewer because he's going into the,
Well, it'd be a service line, so they wouldn't have to be engineered. It would, because, where's that map? Because, so he has a stub out here, I'm assuming it would just come off of this side of the property and go straight into the line, I'm talking sewer only here, I guess.
Okay.
So it'd just be like if somebody built in an area that already had a sewer main. The stub is probably right in front of their property already, so there's no engineering required on that part of it. It wouldn't be, it's not gonna be cheap, but,
would the city request that sewer line be in the boulevard, or could he put it across his property and make it a private line?
well, it does both, I mean, it goes, I think the sewer's it's in the road. So, you know, obviously his sewer line starts out underneath his house and goes out, goes through the boulevard and goes into the main.
Right.
Yeah, just like any service line.
Mr. Hurd had a
Or-
comment.
Question,
Mr. Hurd?
if he does it himself, that's fine. If you guys develop it, then it's going to be access to all the lots in the area where you have that district at then, right? So everybody else is going to be paying for that engineering and development of the water and sewer in that area, right?
Yeah, but I'm assuming he'd be cut out of the water and sewer district.
He
'cause-
would be, but the
yeah.
rest of us would be included into it then.
You would not either, I don't think.
Well, yeah,
Well-
because my lot's right behind there.
He owns one of those back
Oh, when
lots
we have
when we
developed
discussed
lots.
that line,
Oh.
but I don't, depends on where we run that
That,
sewer.
we
that
haven't
water.
really discussed, I guess, a situation where we put water and sewer on those back lots.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that makes
find.
sense,
Yeah.
okay.
things
Yeah.
become more economical if that is a thing we do, because obviously you can spread the cost among more lots. I think when how about it a couple of years ago, or last year maybe, we didn't include those lots in our calculation, I don't think, did we? I don't think we
I don't
did.
think
No.
so.
Yeah, we did not.
I don't know
And
if
then those homeowners that are joining you would all have to have input to say, yeah, we wanna develop these so we can sell these
How
lots.
would you
Right,
pick up your
because when
sewer
I asked
if,
about these
say you had
lots,
these lots
to
here
lock
and
up
they
that
wanted
whole
sewer,
area,
how would you
It was
pick
full
these guys
price at that time,
up? Would you almost have
that
to
we would
come
pay
up
for the
here?
lots.
Well,
Then we could've locked up
so
that
you,
whole area,
let's see,
any development.
not knowing the
that-
elevations, right?
But I don't
I'd probably
believe
extend
that
this one to
is
here and leave
what
this
the
one
city
stopped here,
needs in
maybe,
its best interest.
something like
I'm
that.
just looking
Cause
to see
then these
what's gonna
two
go on.
could go this way.
Yeah.
And then these ones would obviously go this way. It just depends, like like we're talking about, are we gonna add water and sewer to these? Is that something that these people even want?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I have a thought is, what if we get quotes to get these 9 lots, water and sewer, and see what that quote would be, and see what that would be divided up against the 9 lots, and maybe sell them for that.
We did have a best guess, I don't remember what it was. Do you remember where that is? But I mean, things have changed, I mean, it's been a year, so,
Yeah,
The other thought I had too, I mean, if he,
it's like 30,000, I wanna say a lot.
would he take the sewer past his property? So he's bearing the brunt of the sewer and water going past the entirety of the 2 lots? And-
most likely not.
But then this guy gets nailed with having to go all the way then, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yes, hypothetically, if he does these and he gets cut out of the sewer district, then this section of pipe to take the main over here, then the rest of these people actually get hit for that. Yes, that is.
So to make it fair, he would almost have to take it past his property for the next guy to pick up.
Well, I mean, then he'd be putting sewer main down, which is not really something we allow a single individual to do.
And there's already a stub out there.
And there's already a stub out in front of his property, so he's he's within the realm of normalcy to drop into that stub out, if that stub out's there.
So can we verify that?
Maybe we can.
Can camera it.
It'd be just in probably the best interest if we did. We'll just,
Jericho, have you talked to a contractor or looked into, I know you looked into the lots, but of what it's gonna take to develop those two lots and then put water, sewer?
So my intent was to utilize local people and city recommendations for, if the city has a certain individual or developer that they trust and use for the rest of the city, I would want that same engineer, developer, whatever,
Experience, yeah.
because they would be able to work on it and have knowledge of it prior if there were any problems.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna get somebody independent in there that may
Yeah.
do a different job
right.
or do things slightly different and then nobody knows.
And if you bought these lots, there's no, like, the clock isn't ticking that you have to start building. You know, you could sit on it for a year or 5 years or, you know,
Well, I think personally, your letter actually says you wanna get in there as soon as possible.
I do.
Yes, so like a 1 to 2 year timeframe, is that what you're looking for?
That's my goal.
Okay,
Okay.
That's my,
Yeah.
my goal would be to
to avoid the
start
complications.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But I'm just
My kids
saying-
don't get younger.
Yes,
yeah.
So.
it's true.
I'm just
Space would
saying,
be nice.
you know, I know like the city of Wilton did a deal, you could buy a lot, but then you had to build in a certain amount of time
Okay,
to work.
I wasn't aware of that, I just know my intentions.
I guess we should bring this up. If you do buy them, if that's something that happens, and you're not planning on building for like a year or two or whatever, and then the city goes ahead and develops those lots in the meantime, then you would be hit with this, the water
Special,
special, yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, okay.
But he could buy the lot, and then he could do all the water and stuff himself.
Unless it changes,
If
right?
it happens before the city
Right.
does it, yeah.
Okay,
If it's only stubbed into his property.
If it's stubbed in, otherwise there would be additional city development that would be needed.
Mhm.
I don't know, just talking out loud, just so it's done and dealt with, does a guy get a price to do those 9 lots so everything has water and sewer? We look at that, what that's divided out per lot, and at least it's done, and if they want a gravel road for a while, but then later there would be a street that goes through there, and then that would get specialed out at that time. I mean, I don't know, just talking out loud, selling the lots for what the water and sewer is, and then it's just done. And that's what the lot gets sold for.
I guess that would depend on if you guys are interested in developing those with this potential upcoming project or not.
but you said, can I just say, so Chelsea, if you had to like pitch in here and tell us, like, you said that there's been some interest, people are wanting to look at those areas to develop housing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, how many would you say? Like 10, 15 people? Something
No,
like
not
that?
that much.
Okay. But it is like just starting again, like the interest waned for a while and then came back. This is good. I mean, like we want people to be interested in Washburn, so.
Well, yes, but once they find out there's no water and sewer, it kind of cuts
then
off
it kinda cuts
communication.
out. So
Yeah.
in a
So-
way, if we wanted to help,
But just knowing that people purchasing those lots or coming in to purchase a lot, $30,000 in debt from the get-go for a lot,
For
knowing,
one.
huh?
For
For one.
lot, yeah.
for
Because
one lot,
if
okay.
memory serves me correctly, it was roughly gonna be $30,000 per lot,
Okay.
Sounds right.
when we did this.
Okay.
So I don't know if you spoke to anybody, if you had a rough number of what it would cost you personally, if it would be more equitable for you to do it yourself versus the city doing it, and same with everybody else, because it might save some money. I don't know that
Well,
line of work.
that number included street work too. The 30,000.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
So,
so that's actually a big part, that's a
Yeah,
big
it
deal.
wasn't
So
just
that
the
in-
utility.
Okay, so that included the streets,
Yeah.
okay. So if I was someone looking and considering to move here, that might be advantageous for like our family, for a new build. And so we would want to encourage, I mean, in my opinion, we want to encourage that to an extent, because we need people that want to move here and develop our community.
Might make it easier for them if the utilities are there too.
Right,
So it might make it.
Yeah. One discussion we had over a year ago, I think it was Nelson's that came, they wanted the lots, but then they wanted like 2 or 3 lots as one. So their water and sewer and street would be more expensive because instead of like running a sewer to each lot, and then they could divide up that cost, so it'll be 1 sewer for 3 lots. That's, remember that, they wanted a house and a shop, and
Yeah,
okay. But there's 9 lots there, is that correct?
that's what I.
I believe
Yes.
there is.
Is that
1, 2,
including-
3, 4, 5, 6. And FAFs have those too, right? They have,
Are they all listed for sale?
they're not actively for sale though.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
But if people call and ask if there's any lots that the city owns, those are the only lots we have.
Got it, okay, thank you. The only lots, okay,
Really, that's buildable that the city has.
got it, okay.
So Jericho, do you understand that if you buy these lots, then you might have to put in a sewer system yourself?
Mhm.
Or if it becomes part of the project, but if you buy them beforehand,
Well, I'll be honest, there's a lot of talking, so, I'm not a construction expertise person whatsoever. So my understanding was with those, wherever the sewer line is, that upon purchase of those lots, I would look to hire somebody to get the water and sewage to that first lot at the least, if not the second lot as well.
okay.
I understand that I would take that burden. If it's the city's intent to do it themselves, then I understood that there would be specials added to those lots that would then, again, revert to me. Am I understanding that all correctly?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
you did
Yeah,
good.
I
You
just
did.
wanna make sure that we're all on board.
Okay, yeah.
So your intent is to still ask for the purchase of those lots, those 2?
I would still like to purchase those lots, yes,
Okay.
at the offer I posted.
I'll make a motion to accept Jericho Swanson's offer for those 2 lots.
Second.
Is there any other discussion?
I think we should wait until,
We find out if there's an end cap.
well, I think a guy should get a quote on sewer and water to those 9 lots. I mean, and see what that would be.
I'm with it, Jamie, because we're talking about an area that the only area in town that is gonna be a potential development, and I'm thinking that might be better if we find out what that is, if we can. And then,
What's the benefit of finding out?
That's what I'm curious.
You're getting 9 lots that people can come in and start building houses on.
right away,
I understand
Well,
that,
yeah,
but in
he
this
understands the
specific,
situation
for this
too, so-
specific situation, what benefit is that?
can it
You know what I
affect
mean? Like,
that,
well,
it can
then
Or
affect
is
the
he gonna get a
process.
cheap lot, or like, what's the
Well-
possible harm? Am I correct?
Well, no,
It
but
might
he
cost
could-
him more just to do it
it-
himself.
Right, exactly, but, and that's,
Well, yeah,
I
but
don't think that
at
necessarily.
least look at the selling of the price for what the sewer and water took to do, you know, and then spread that across those 9 lots. So get a quote from a contractor for the city to do the sewer and water, and then see what that is for those 9, and then that's what you sell those lots for.
So that it's more, I'm thinking of what is
I mean, at least
what
do
is
the
honestly
math.
fair, because like, if the other person comes in there, we would have to go through the same sort of thing again. So this is what I'm thinking, this seems more fair, like, cause it would be like any other place in Washburn. Like any other place in Washburn, we would look at it in this fashion, and so that's where I'm saying, I think that to me seems more fair. I think that we should actually look into seeing, okay, is this gonna cost this much money? If so, then that would be fair for the rest of the homeowners. Would we want people to come? And I think I think that's a smart thing to do. I'm not saying anything, like, please don't take offense. I'm not saying that I don't like this, offer. I'm saying, I think that it's the only areas that we have in town that are really needing help, and we need to look into that.
And then it's not really fair that this one's directly adjacent to there and you can get the sewer, and then the next guy has to pay to go across his property. So is that fair for the next guy?
I
But
don't,
why does it have to be?
It
Is
wouldn't
if that's
go
where it's about,
across.
do you have to move the stub out then? So that wasn't fair, we're doing a project, well, he was right here, so we gotta move it. I mean, he's gonna pay it either way. He's gonna pay it privately, he's gonna pay it through specials, or he's gonna pay it in lot price.
Yeah,
So
but
which way
if
do we
he
wanna
doesn't
go?
pay to take that across there, he gets to dip out of this part of the infrastructure that went across the front of his property, and that's how most people get special on.
Can I check, wouldn't I just get charged specials anyways?
Not for the water and
Not for
sewer.
No.
sewer, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't be in the district, because you wouldn't see a benefit.
Yeah.
Because
But
it's
if-
already exists.
If I had both those lots, I would, obviously, my intention would be the first lot that's closest where I would build a home. And then if the city decided to run the line after I did privately, or whatever, if the city continued to run that line to connect everything, wouldn't I get charged the specials on that, for the coverage in front of that other lot?
No.
You're only gonna build on one of the lots, is that your plan?
To begin with, I already said I work for the sheriff's office, I don't make millions.
Yeah.
Well, I
So I
mean,
guess
so,
potentially if you would only run it to that one.
so, you would build a house on one of the lots, and then the plan in the future would be like, build a
Like
garage or
it'd
something?
be a, yeah, like a garage, and it would, I'd want water and sewage as well.
Well, it's complicated. The answer is complicated, I
Okay.
guess, because you'd have to combine those into one lot to even do that, or into one parcel, or lot, or whatever, however you want to say the language. Because you can't build a garage on a lot by itself.
But he wouldn't have to right away if he doesn't intend on
No, you wouldn't.
building on that second lot
But-
right away. But yes,
Why?
in the
There's
future.
no reason to not do it.
that's, if you're gonna do
Um,
it, why not
you
just
would
do it?
combine them right away. Because then, yes, you would get hit with a special if they weren't combined. But it wouldn't, that doesn't seem equitable. I don't know, you would want to do that, I mean, to be honest. But we're talking about the amount that he's gonna or skip out on or whatever. It'd just be a section of pipe and two sections of main, basically. The cost on that's not significant, I guess, but it is something, obviously, it is something.
Then why don't we get
Is
it
there-
priced out to do the water and sewer and do it all as a whole?
I think,
Yeah, okay, so, do you want an estimate, or do you want an actual quote for that?
I would want a quote,
Cause the
Well,
estimate we
then
could do
because
next
if we-
week,
Yeah.
or
I think
whatever.
I mean, let's see if because if it lies under 200,000, can we just get a contractor and do it? Do we have to
It's
go-
not going to. Yeah,
So, I
yeah,
mean,
it won't be under 200,000.
then divide that by 9, what is that, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a section of pipe still costs a bit of money, so,
Yeah, I thought you mean for the whole thing, right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
But-
My question is,
Mr. Hurt,
the prices were previously set. Now they're coming in with an offer lower. Maybe somebody else wants to buy those lots for more than that.
Those aren't really for sale right now, are they?
Well, and the ones that have been purchased at a higher price had water and sewer already to them.
Those were the developed ones.
Those were the developed ones.
Right, but right now, somebody could still, there was a price on them. My taxes say $1,900 a piece. It's one of those, you gotta offer it to everybody. If anybody else wants to buy one of those lots, how can you sell it to him for 500 and not tell everybody else that they got a chance to buy
Yeah,
it?
everybody be down here trying to buy them up.
That's
then.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I mean,
So-
that's not fair.
The,
Well,
the other,
I have a question
the other ones
about-
aren't buildable because they don't have the infrastructure next to them.
I have a
Yeah.
question more
Well,
so
that's just
about
it,
the,
then you
And
kinda-
everybody else is coming
These
before.
are kinda, these are scooting by on a technicality really, cause that stub is in front. The road isn't there, which it does need to be addressed.
Yep.
But again, we can get an estimate next week if you'd like that.
yes,
We can't get a quote for a while, probably. But we can get an estimate, from the engineer.
this is my concern, is that, let's just say, that whoever he hires to come in and do it, and the likelihood that it's not done right to our specs.
Well,
So I'm just saying,
I don't have any
That
concern
would fall
about
within
that.
his
No.
responsibility
Yeah.
because it's customer side.
Right,
okay,
So if it's broke, if it's bad, he has to fix
he has
it.
to repay for all of that,
Correct,
sure.
and that'd be his responsibility.
so that's the liability side.
But is that really stubbed into his property right there? Cause if it's not, then it's technically,
I'm saying.
if he doesn't have a pipe past the boulevard, then he can't touch it.
No, but he has to know that,
Yes,
so that's why I'm talking about it,
for sure.
because he has to know what he's getting into.
I have to go and look at it.
So I don't think we can vote on this, cause we don't
Yeah,
know.
I'd
if
have
the
to look
We
at
water
it.
and
don't
sewer's there or
have,
not.
that's what my, yeah, that was my concern, was there.
I mean, we could vote on it technically,
Yeah.
but, I mean,
Can
there's
we,
no reason
We
why.
do have
City
a
also
motion on
runs
the-
the risk of developing these and not selling them.
Mhm.
There's that option too,
I think, I actually,
so.
Is
I
there
think it's a
any-
safe bet. People are gonna wanna come here, cause I talked to enough people that are like, you guys never have anything there.
To my Kurt's point, is there any legal requirement that this needs to go to like auction or public bid or anything like that? What would be the legality of that?
If a bid, an offer is over 2,500, then it has to go to.
Okay,
That's
the
where they've all
public.
been sold for $24.99. Everybody up in there, when they came back to the city after that development fell through, that has built a house, has paid $24.99 for their lot.
24,000.
$2,499.
okay,
And then it had to go out to public bid. But the ones that they have purchased had water and sewer on them.
got it.
We've had multiple people come in here and offer money for those lots.
Did those people still have specials they had to pay or not?
They do,
From the development of that?
I don't know which ones came from that development for sure. I'd have to go back and look. 'Cause that was
Well,
before
probably
me.
because they weren't special,
Yeah.
so.
I think they just have all the other ones.
Well, yeah, okay, so no.
Okay, is there any more discussion? If not, we got a motion and a second on the table. So, no more discussion? Okay, the motion was to approve this. Brandon?
Yes.
No, yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Motion approved.
Can I ask how that all, like how that? all
You can get with Chelsea
Okay. Should I wait till the end or give it to you?
tomorrow.
Yeah, or if you, are you off tomorrow? Or you're stopping tomorrow?
Okay. Will do.
Anytime.
Thank you
Okay,
guys.
thank you. Thank you for your interest.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on. The actuator purchase approval.
Right. We've been replacing the actuators at the water plant for years now. This is just another set of these. Have maybe 2 more years of doing this before they're finally done.
It's one of those, it's not gonna really matter.
Anybody have any questions about it?
The build on them and all that stuff. They're all, they wanna drive
Uh,
through that.
To refresh everybody's memory, when the
So it's gonna be a dust
or
problem.
some people that don't know, I guess. When the plant was built, we used a brand of actuator that is a little wanting, let's say. This is a different brand that's much, much better. We had a lot of problems with the older ones, so we started replacing them. And we've had a lot of success so far, so we're just kind of rolling with it every year, replacing about 8 to 10 every year till we're done. And like I said, we got maybe a couple more years of this, but I don't even know how many of these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 of them.
this is a routine maintenance, so.
Yeah.
Somebody wanna make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? If not, Brandon?
Yes.
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 And yes. All right, number 9, proposed, spending limit reassessed.
Okay, that's us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we revisited this, and since our last conversation, it apparently hampers, I would say is a good word.
Yeah.
Hampers our staff, because technically we had make amendments, to include, and I think the purpose for that was to factor in inflation. Because we were trying to up our spending limits due to inflation and how, that's what I recall.
Originally,
If you're, okay, originally, so that's why we initially increased these spending limits, but based upon how everyday activities are conducted, right, Chelsea? Like our normal day-to-days, it's not very practical for them to have to, reach out to a portfolio commissioner for every little expense. And so what we're proposing, after talking about this, through our HR meeting this past week, I believe what we're proposing is to actually return to the prior dollar amounts, except for one change, which is to make it, from $501 to $2,000 for the auditor, city auditor, and public works director, just like we had previously, because that was technically, because it's much harder when they have to conduct business and get a part, something like that, and have to reach out to us commissioners every time. So it just makes more sense for them to be able to do their work conducively, otherwise they're gonna be spending more time with us on the phone. So that's what I understand. Did I get that right?
Yeah, for the
Okay.
most part.
So, okay, correct me on the rest.
No, I mean, two, like 85% and I'll finish it.
For,
So you're doing
we
great.
technically know that everything has to come before us as a board to be approved anyway. So it does make more sense, okay, if they're needing, we just need that little bit more leeway
The
for
first one
them
that was
to
shut
be
down.
able
Spending
to
limits.
expend, yeah, because of inflation needs. So we want to return them technically back to the normal, which is what we had here, except for that, like I said, that one line that's 501, up to 2,000, and then that way they're able to conduct business as they need to, and then the rest of it is still gonna be approved by us. So,
Okay, I need either you or Keith to put that into
the motion?
a motion,
You
and
want me to do it?
then
Sure, I make a motion.
to revise
Okay.
what we did last month.
Well, just to go with these new proposed authorized.
Right, a
spending
new
limits,
proposed.
as listed here, which is this whole thing with the emergency
Right.
situations underneath and item 9.
Okay,
So that's my motion to approve these new authorized spending limits.
yes, which is technically reverting, except for
Um,
one
yeah.
extension. So the new proposed, go ahead.
So you would need a second.
Okay, I will second,
Okay,
because this is what,
okay, let's go into discussion.
okay, and up for discussion, yes. that's fine.
I guess just,
So, is there any other discussion?
yeah, just a quick discussion. What was that, how long was that report, Chelsea?
I sent it from 6/25 to 12/25, so for roughly
That requires me to do math, 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So basically, I went through that, like the 53 pages or whatever, and I got anything that would fall within these spending limits. Okay, so it was this many items, I think it's like 15 or so. Most of these were approved by the commission. I'll just go through a few of them. The Washburn Bucks for the Christmas bonus, that was approved by the commission. There was a technological, like from Blue Hawk Audio, something like that, for $5.99. I don't think that was approved by the commission, so that'd be one thing. Christmas lights was not approved by the commission. Fish cleaning station supplies was not approved by the commission for $12.50, but it was within their previous spending limits, right?
Right.
Mhm.
The snow removal with Chris Trusbeck, I don't believe that, $17.25. So I don't remember that during a meeting or anything like that, so that would be within their spending limits. Newman signs, some signs, or did we talk about that at commission meeting?
No, I don't think so.
Straight signs never came.
So, and then the rest of it's like, some of this is utility, so electrical, Otter Tail, refunds for conferences, which is in our employee manual. So basically, we have like 5 things. So then, if we're gonna look at this, we can kind of look at these 5 things and did we want a say in these in the past 6 months? So that being Christmas lights, this Blue Hawk audio cable, which I don't even know, $5.99,
It's for this.
the technology.
Oh, okay.
So that, fish cleaning supplies, which is kind of approved by us anyways, because we have an agreement with them to take care of it, so any necessary materials would be implied. And then a brake calibration kit, but you brought that one. So street signs, Christmas lights, Blue Hawk cable, and fish cleaning supplies. So those, over the past 6 months, those would be the 4 things that we would have not had control over. So is that okay or not okay? Because I just wanted to give us a picture of what we're kind of talking about from like a factual standpoint or whatever. So what are people's thoughts on that?
I think it's just fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, seems all right.
It's not outrageous.
No, no.
So, so yeah. It made more sense, because honestly, I did not know how all that works. I have not been long enough to know.
Sure.
So, I think that this is a much better practical method to help us.
It's a tweak to what we did before.
Yeah. We don't really have to
Live
have.
and learn, right? All right, any more discussion? Okay, Brandon?
Yes.
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 And yes. Thank you. All right, budget amendment.
Okay, so after the budget was approved, in our policy that was brought to the commission and approved for the clothing allowance, I'm just bringing it to the attention that I will make a budget amendment for 2026 to include that $1,000 line item for the clothing allowance. I guess I would just like approval to make that amendment to our budget and add it on there.
I'll make a motion to amend that line item.
I'll second it.
Can you tell me, like, what is it? Sorry, I'm trying to understand. Where
That's
is it?
It's basically the cost for the clothing allowance times the amount of workers.
Oh, got it. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Is there any other discussion? Brandon?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
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 And yes. All right, E2S update. Adam, do you wanna talk about that, or should we
I haven't
just?
seen it.
Okay,
There's not much on it.
Yeah, more lead copper stuff that you've already heard
yeah,
many times before. I think we can skip that one. Street and drainage improvements, still working on the drawings and specs, almost done. Design review meeting soon. I'm assuming he's gonna bring it to the next meeting.
mhm.
Believe that's his plan.
Yeah.
And then to put it out to bid after April's meeting, but that could have changed.
Still working on funding stuff, I guess.
All right,
Something about the new development in sanitary sewer capacity north of Highway 83. I guess I don't know what that is, really.
I don't know if,
Would that be including what we were talking about? No.
No.
Not that area.
Yeah, I mean, it's, okay,
is that the section along Highway 83 when we sent him an
Maybe,
email
yeah.
about just looking at the sewer and what it could hold if that,
Maybe, yeah.
mind reading now.
yes, that, I think you sent the email off to him, I think, didn't you? Because we're.
I
kinda
did ask a
curious-
question, yes,
Yep, and that has to do with if there's a future development,
yes.
what's the capacity of the sewer coming down Seventh? What can it really
Right.
handle?
Okay.
So I had a
Yeah.
little bit of a conversation with him after that email, just to
Okay.
get a, factual, how much more is left on there. I think that's what he was bringing.
7th is probably not ideal, but yes, that would be, I guess, what we were looking at.
So I think that's what that is.
Okay. But yeah, it's pretty short, so.
okay. Thank you for doing that, Adam.
Yes.
All right, no more discussion on that. We're gonna move on to, portfolios. Brandon, do you have anything?
Yeah, I talked to Zach. They got new ceiling tiles for the Memorial Hall and the City Hall are purchased. And they've been working on the City Hall tiles won't be here until around the 20th, but the Memorial Hall basement ceiling repairs should be done this week. That's about it.
Okay. Thank you. Jamie?
I guess just one thing informational, talked to Adam about it. Eric had called and asked about omitting Dakota Drive, which is basically the road between Heritage and out by 83. Due to time constraint and getting some research done on it. And he can talk more about it when he comes, but basically I talked to Adam and I talked to you about it and gave him the go-ahead to omit Dakota Drive from the engineered, or the scope of work for the project.
Okay. We do have an issue on a manhole on the corner.
That's still slated to be replaced.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be part of, they wanna, instead of the round manhole, they wanna make it so it's more,
Catch basin, yeah.
more of a catch basin.
Where's that at?
At the corner of, what is that? Heritage and Rough Rider, is that what it is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dakota and Heritage, whatever you wanna call it, but yeah.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I
Is that where
said,
it all funnels to? Is that the area that you're talking about? Where it's all
Part-
basically
yeah.
drawn?
some of the
drainage
drainage comes through there.
A lot of it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, a lot
Okay.
comes off the field actually, but this is a different place than we were talking about before,
Okay.
Yeah,
but yeah.
and then the manhole across the road, if you wanna have, somebody look at that tomorrow, it's covered in leaves.
Sure.
And then I did send, Eric a picture of that hole off of the manhole that it's,
Yeah, I've talked to him about it already.
oh, okay. All right, Jamie, you have anything else?
No, I think that'll do it.
I have nothing at this time.
I have from the library.
Okay.
So I met with the library this past week, am I remembering right? Last week. Okay, and I have the information report that Candy gave us concerning the library budget. And the actual expenses and everything like that, if you guys wanna take a look at it. It's very good, actually. I mean, we've had increases, I think, over last year, for people that wanna come to visit us in our library. So, I would be happy to submit this for everybody to take a look at. Yes, that's my job.
Good.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Other than that, there's still the ongoing issue that we really do need to address, I guess, because of water drainage that's still happening on a regular basis. I think you probably know though, right, Adam? How many times do you guys go down there to help empty out the water or the dehumidifiers or,
Well, they're auto draining, so,
okay.
yeah, that stuff,
They're able to keep up right now or?
oh yeah, there's two of them down there.
Okay,
It's unfortunately, the foundation of that place has been bad for decades. And there's no easy fix on it. I mean, we're focused on mitigation more than repair, I guess. And just kind of do what we can. It's an unoccupied space. And, you know, with those double dehumidifiers down there, it cleans up pretty quickly. So I don't have a lot of concerns about it, but we are gonna try a few more things, to reduce it even more in the upcoming spring, so.
okay. Other than that, I was hoping to get a hold, I mean, I understand it's also an issue with next door, right? The drainage from next door for them, is that part of the problem?
Oh, Lindell's?
Yes.
Yeah, it comes out of their spigot out front and it drains
Straight
down
down?
the back, and that's actually what we're gonna adjust. That's the last thing basically we have to do before. That's, you know, cost effective, I guess.
Okay.
And it should take care of most of it.
Okay.
It's never gonna be perfect just because of how old that building is and how bad the foundation is.
We're looking at that this summer, or just curious, because then I have. some-
spring.
Spring,
Yeah,
cool, okay.
Won't be long. Okay, anything else? I guess we talked about that manhole issue with the drainage up there already, and then I had a property owner concern with, on Third Street and off of Main, on this, where the culvert collects water and runs underneath Main over to
mm-hmm,
the Third, and then the drainage runs through his property and it's starting to erode his grass
yeah.
and then goes in that culvert. If the city is gonna do anything to repair his lawn,
We've never done anything on private property like that before.
but it's the street drainage, or the drainage is,
Well, I mean, he bought a piece of property that has a drainage through it. There are other places that have drainage through them, and we've never touched them. I don't know. It'd be,
well, I looked at it like 3 weeks ago. And then I looked at it again yesterday when it was draining, and where it's eroding, it's probably moved about 7 feet further on his property. So
well, it's
it's,
all his property. That's
Right.
what I'm saying, I
But
guess,
that's-
is that, I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe we could consult, David, I guess. But I would assume that it's his issue. You know, because he owns a piece of property, drainage runs through. Everybody, you know, lots of people own property that has a drainage through it. Unfortunately for him, a lot of water goes through there. You know, if we were going to do it, we'd probably do it in a way that I'm assuming he wouldn't be happy with. I mean, we put rock there, which I'm assuming that is not what he wants.
well, I mean, I think gonna have to sit down and visit with him and
For
Say,
sure, but you know,
But just-
if it's our responsibility, we would do it in a way that that would be best for the city. You know,
right.
but you know, catering to what he wants is probably not the way the city wants to do things. Would be
Well,
my guess.
I'm not sure what he wants, but he just brought this to my attention.
And as far as I know, we've never worked on that before. I mean, you know, that drainage has gone through there for a long, long time.
Right.
And-
But now it's getting to the point where it's eroding his property and
yeah,
it's moving
I would
further.
assume past property owners have fixed it themselves, would be my guess. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Does it have like a curve, kind of just like?
No,
through-
there's a 24-inch culvert
Uh,
that goes
yeah,
under the road
Yeah.
and then all that drainage,
it daylights
from
and then goes
the-
into another culvert.
the west end of
Yeah.
Maine goes through there and then the water snakes along
Yeah.
along his property and then goes to another culvert. Well, now his grass is getting eroded out
Which
from that drainage.
I have to assume it's been eroded like that before. And as far as I'm aware, the city's never done any work on it.
What I can see is if he fixes it and then it just keeps coming back. You know what I mean? Because it's due to the city's drainage system. So there is some city responsibility. I guess I look at it that way.
Well, what about up by the old water tower, was his name Russ? Him and his wife came in and they did landscaping up there in that corner. And there's water that runs through there, you know, the old water tower.
The
Oh,
new,
there,
yeah, the new house that they built on the
Yes.
corner, yep.
Yeah, what was the precedent on that? We
We
kinda
never-
said they.
We never touched it.
Yeah, they took care of that themselves.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think that's the standing policy, is that if you own a drainage and water goes through there, it's part of your property. I mean,
yeah,
now could he refuse to take care of it? It would damage his property even more, and then at that point, I don't know what happens, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, I don't know. It's never been a thing.
Well, it's something, I guess I would be willing to go with you and then go talk to the property owner and just say, hey, this is a situation, just so it's dealt with instead of not communicating with the property owner and just say, well, it's all your problem. You know, come to some kind of mutual agreement.
Or at least be heard, yeah.
Yeah, at least be heard.
One thing I can kind of think that was similar but not the same, was when we did that street project, and then all that stuff was going directly into his driveway, but that was a spec issue from our project.
Which one was
I
that?
don't remember which one it was, but it was this most recent street project. Remember, all the water would come down and his curb was incorrect, and it would go up his driveway, and there was all these,
Corner of Jennifer that we had fixed his, part of his driveway.
and then we ended up fixing it, but it was a spec issue on the project, or something went wrong with the contractor, but then it was covered.
Oh, yeah. What
So-
was that again?
That's the only thing I remember, but that was a current project issue, and then it did get paid for because it wasn't up to the pre-planned sort of thing. Right, where this one would be more
That
reactionary.
wasn't a drainage thing. That was the big piece of concrete we took out of that guy's driveway. Is that what?
Well, I think we had two issues up there. One, we took a big piece of concrete, and then one we fixed, because he paid half and half.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
There's lots of water. I remember the lots of water he was talking
What
about.
was that last? I can't remember the last name.
I don't know.
And it was the same, it was about that same time period as that big concrete thing that we were talking about.
Hmm.
But it's, I only bring that up just to, so people in their minds can kind of see the difference of like, okay, well, this was an issue with a project that's ongoing, right? You know, like you dumped a bunch of dirt or whatever it may be, some sort of
Yeah.
actual causation. Whereas this one is a known issue from.
Yeah,
by the
it's,
property.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the water takes a natural course. And I just, you know, I don't know if the city's I don't know if we've been responsible for that sort of thing. As far as I know, we haven't.
You wanna introduce
Sorry. Everyone, that's my hobby too.
Romeo?
It's all right. He's returning my lost item.
That's
Nice.
fine.
Not for the bid, but, I mean, we should ask them if they want to have them do it. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't know. It's never been a thing that we've done. I mean, as far as drainages on personal property, the most that we've done, and maybe this is what you're referencing up in Jennifer, because we did do this, is that if there's a lot of, sediment deposit, we will go and dig them out
Maybe that's
for
what it
those
was.
people. We've done that before.
Maybe that's what it was. And it was something drainage related.
Yeah, we did it, yeah, we did take a bobcat back there and did cut
But
a
the-
little bit.
The culvert is on city property, but just that it drains through his property. Correct.
One side of the culvert is, yeah.
Even, okay,
Yeah, everything in his yard, that entire thing is his.
okay,
Yeah,
even, okay.
yeah, it's
But
like, it's like you look at, like Blue King's, property up there.
right,
I mean, he owns that whole, there's a drainage
Yeah.
through there as well.
right, and then
And I-
he extended the pipe,
He takes care of himself,
correct,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so if he had a problem in there, I would assume that he would take care of it, and that's just the way it's been done. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, obviously, but,
I'd rather work with the property owner than
you
have a disgruntled person that says, well, the culvert's on my property, I'll plug it up. We don't wanna see that happen.
well, yeah, I guess.
I guess,
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that if
That'd
the,
be the worst
if the
case.
city was to do it and to pay for it, we would do it in a way that, aesthetics would not be the priority, is what I'm saying.
right, and I understand
Yeah,
with
okay.
that. Yeah, we'd have to put some rock down there or something.
It'd just
Just
be
to
rock,
con-
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
No, that's fine. We'll work that out, but I just wanted to bring it to the meeting. Besides that, that's pretty much all I have with my portfolio. Is there any new business? Anybody want to talk about? If not, we're gonna move on to the superintendent report.
If you've got any questions about it. I don't remember what's in there, I wrote it for you.
The boat ramp is open.
Well, ramp's open. Yeah, nothing too exciting in here really.
Do we know anything about future, river levels or anything?
Not really. It's probably about a couple months out before that
Yeah.
stuff really starts
They
changing.
are, there's still a fluctuation from morning to evening.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah,
That's always a thing, yeah.
Okay,
Has there-
anything else?
I was just gonna ask, has there been any improvement, because I know we had the drainage part that there was there at the Riverboat Park. Is that better, or is that still
Oh,
an
about the
issue?
stuff that's falling in?
Is it still kind of
Doesn't-
an issue,
Uh,
or since the
Hasn't
winter?
really
it
seen
doesn't
the
look
move.
that much different, but I guess the bank is still kind of covered, or it was last time I was down there, so I couldn't really tell.
If it had
As far as the road doesn't look that much different over the winter, I guess. Yeah.
So it's fared well, oh, okay.
No, I have a
Yeah.
question. So do we have a timeline when, we're gonna start doing asphalt seal crack repair?
Yep, I got that info today, actually. What was it?
June 9th.
June 9th, yep, that's what it is.
That's when the machine's gonna be available?
That is when it shows up.
You're getting two machines this year, right? Or
Yep, well, one at a time.
one at a time?
Yep.
So one's coming June 9th.
Yep, June 9th, and the other one's coming after that.
So
And
best.
we're trading with Lincoln off and on, so.
Got it. So best case scenario, don't be in that park on June 9th.
Well, there'd be nothing down there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we have a potential list of, I mean, it's consideration for later, I guess.
Okay.
We'll have like notices of when stuff's gonna be done. so.
Okay.
Is there any opportunity to move that date up in the future,
Well, we had it pretty early last year and we ran into a bunch of ice issues, unfortunately.
No?
So we wanna avoid that as much as we can. And this date worked best for, kind of the plan they have for moving stuff around.
Okay.
So it is what it is.
Okay.
That, I guess that is the disadvantage to renting a machine is that you're kind of at the mercy of when they can get you a machine.
or how about our auction items?
Not a whole lot of interest. Yeah,
2 bids on one and 1 bid on the other one?
yeah. And they're, yeah,
That's
the
just
truck has one bid, or the pickup truck, and then the 650 John Deere has two.
Yes.
And when's the deadline on that?
I don't remember, it's 23 days from now, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When's Lewis and Clark days?
June 5th to the 7th?
June 5th. Okay, so
Something
that'll be
like
done.
that?
That'll be over by the time.
Well, it won't affect it. I mean, that stuff dries pretty quick, so it wouldn't have an issue.
I think that's a couple years ago.
Yeah, unlike a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. But, there was that, so, would you say that the auction items, is there any, since there's not very much bids, there's one on the truck, you said, what else? Anything else?
2 on a
There's-
tractor.
2 on the
2
tractor.
on the tractor, okay. Anything that we need to amend or look at maybe to amend?
Well, we can't change them now, so we
Okay.
wait until.
With the
I think we can readdress it after
Next
the
meeting.
closing,
Okay.
Yeah.
the bid closes.
Got it, okay.
Yeah. Anything more for Adam? If not, we're gonna go to Chelsea. Chelsea,
So we do have an opening on the special assessment committee. If anybody is interested in serving on that, please submit a letter of interest. We would like to fill that as soon as possible. Less than 30 days for petitions to be turned in. If you plan on running for city commissioner or park board, they are due April 6th by 4 p.m. The boat dock has been opened. And next meeting, before our prior meeting, we will have our Board of Equalization meeting. We'll just do that right away at 6 o'clock with our commission meeting to follow immediately after that. Ryan will be here. I've already discussed that date with him. So he will be getting all the information sent out on what they are proposing for increases for this next year. I guess, so my question, to go back a little bit, then, if we want to vote on this, or if you want to look at, do you guys want to look at getting like an engineered bid per se on those lots up in Heritage, because it will cost some engineering hours. So I can reach out to Eric if you'd like to get an adequate number or similar on that, just kind of a rough estimate, but I guess that's kind of up to you guys if you'd wanna go that route or not.
Cause didn't he already do that for that other gentleman that was interested in? doing
Yeah, that was, again, that was last year, and I'm sure the numbers have changed.
Well, I can't imagine it'll get easier if we don't do it.
Well,
It's
and
probably-
then do we have to do pavement and gutter right away, or can we at least get sewer and water to them?
Good question. If you were serious about getting it done with, as an add-on to the project that potentially might happen this year, I'm not sure they'd be interested without, in doing it without the work on doing the road.
And then the drainage of your map, that has to be addressed too, because some of the drainage issues for some of those lots are back there as well. So that has to be kinda calculated and figured out before, I think you'd wanna run water and sewer.
I'm not too worried about the drainage
Not
there now.
Not really?
necessarily. I mean.
Not since that's been open,
Yeah,
that cross has been opened.
Oh, the 21 inch.
Yeah, and it really handled the water after the last 100 inches we had that couple years ago.
Okay.
It was not an issue at all. I mean, there's a lot of snow that goes up there, so, I mean, the ground is soft, but it wasn't flooding like it has been.
Okay. That was my concern is,
Yeah, no, should have probably, I guess, one of two things, I really don't think water and sewer to those 9 lots would really affect too much, but then you could start getting them sold, right? I mean, you could start,
Mhm.
I guess the next place I potentially see maybe some development, if the property owner would wanna sell, would be kinda up through here. And then what I'm looking at, and again, we can check over this with Eric, but this drainage issue we're having could come down this street here. And what I wanna see is if we could drop that elevation
Well,
to
well,
here.
I think we may have ruled that out already. I mean,
What's that?
because this already exists, and this does handle the water very, very well. I don't really see why we would take the water all the way down this street, because you're creating an issue that already exists here where the water goes all the way down this street. This brings it straight to a ditch.
Yeah, but
Um,
that doesn't mitigate the fact that if you were gonna develop, you probably could be developing right through here and expanding here off this infrastructure.
Last I talked to Eric about it, if we were gonna develop this, we'd keep a holding pond here.
And that's fine, but still, this would still exist here, right? Is it kind of a ditch or,
This goes here, so it goes into this.
right, but it could still come. What would you do if you did a development? If you developed that back there?
Leave a ditch so it can go into this. Because this, I don't know how it would ramp up to go onto the road. Because it naturally runs this way already. And so I'd let it continue to do this, I guess. I mean, I think that's the last time I talked to Eric about it.
Right, because once you start doing maybe lots like that.
I don't think so, or at least you would not put them here. Maybe leave this open as a holding area for all the water that comes across, something like that.
how big of a holding?
I don't know, you'd have to ask him, but
Okay.
yeah, that is what we discussed.
And then there would be a controlled release out of that then?
I mean, it's
Drainage.
already controlled release because this pipe is a lot smaller than this pipe.
Oh, I
So it's already kind of naturally controlled. And
Right.
on the other side, on the field side, we were talking about also putting a holding pond there.
Right.
So it naturally is controlled through the smaller pipe, and this is a bigger pipe.
Okay.
Obviously we had all those problems when this was covered up.
Mhm.
But that has not been a problem for the however, how long has it been? 5 years?
5
Four-
years, yeah.
Okay, all right. Chelsea, do you have anything else?
So going back to, I think,
Oh,
Chelsea's question, right?
Yes.
So,
You wanna get oh, go ahead. I was just gonna reiterate what you were gonna say probably,
go ahead, yeah.
which is about if we wanna get the bid for
Right.
this one.
Guessing, because it will probably take a little bit of engineering work. We could put it by not do anything. Or I can ask, just knowing that there probably will be a fee that's going to go with it, so.
I think
Can- Can we get that from Eric? Ask him what the fee would be to put that together?
So we have a price in mind,
yeah, that would help us.
instead of just voting on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll get in contact with them tomorrow.
It wouldn't be a bid. You'd be asking them for a quote.
Quote,
Yeah.
a
Okay.
quote of what it take to put the,
Yeah, of whoever potentially gets the
Put the numbers
potential bid
together.
for this year's project, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get that information without, so we have an idea of what we're committing to.
but even if we did. So are we, do we have to get it engineered? If somebody knew, like Trespac or somebody of that nature knew the codes to put in the water line, do we have to get it engineered if it's under 200,000?
It won't be under 200,000. If you wanna just do the sewer line and the water line, it might be. But if you wanna do the street while the paving crew's in town, then it's gonna be over. It's definitely gonna be over.
I think that past quote was over like $500,000.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, and that was an estimate, but still, yeah.
But an estimate.
I mean, if you asked these people for a bid, you'd have a concrete price that you could actually go off of. Which you can't do with an estimate, obviously.
How many houses is that?
8 or 8 lots anyway.
There's 9 lots.
9.
9
Okay,
lots.
9.
Wow.
And that's assuming none of these people are interested in developing these back lots.
Yeah.
Those aren't included in that.
Right.
And Eric did send out an email with that update of the fire department that was built out in Watford City.
Yes,
I believe it was like 4.5 million.
yes, it was.
So,
No, that was the estimated for us, right? For ours,
Based on their square footage, that was the estimate of
Right.
our square footage.
of what ours would be.
I think the one in Kilo was like 6 million.
Yeah, and ours is smaller.
Ours
Right,
is
no.
smaller,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
so he
ours would be
refigured
estimated,
it.
it was what, 4.2?
Yeah,
okay. Just wanted to throw that out there. So. All right.
So do we wanna vote on that or no?
You just wanna get a
Do you want
me to
engineering quote,
bring
cost
you a cost?
estimator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
can vote on it next, is that where we left it, sorry?
Yeah.
That'll work.
You should ask them. Yeah, no, that'll be fine.
thank you.
Thanks for bringing that
For
up.
more vacancies, if it was a vacancy in the library board.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna bring
That's
that
one
up.
to mention
Yeah,
for one meeting, I guess, but.
I was gonna advertise that for,
Mhm.
just because Morgan's term expired and her was up. So we are gonna let her, well, I will start advertising for that too, so the people who are interested can do it. But that way we're not filling an expired term for a month
right,
Oh,
and then have to reappoint anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'll look to put that out probably April, May, so people are interested in, and then at our June meeting, we can appoint somebody, or even May if we get a lot of interest in there, but yes. That way, we're not filling somebody for a month to turn around and have to refill it because,
Mhm.
her term was gonna be up anyway.
I'm glad we fixed that, cause I think before we might have been doing it where they got
Yeah.
longer or something like that. It's-
Sure.
There was some different, the terms got fixed, so.
Yes.
You're right, thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Chelsea and I, we visited on that
Nice.
topic. We thought we would wait.
But yeah, thank you, it's good to get it out there so people know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, anything else, Chelsea?
No,
Anyone else has anything? Okay, next, meeting is April 13th. Meeting adjourned.